Aloha, you're watching Ericsson Enterprise Wireless Demo Series, where we get hands-on how-to with the Ericsson experts. I'm Peter, and once again, I'm thrilled to have Colin Geis. He's our lead product manager for IoT and Mobility Solutions. Good to see you again, Colin.
Thank you for having me once again.
So last time around, we unboxed the S400. Hope you can check out that video. It'll be in the description or hopefully linked above. And so this time around, I understand you want to share a little insight, some unboxing about the new R980.
We do. So the team has pulled a rabbit out of a hat with this product. So it is a small form factor, ruggedized 5G router that really is impressive, from the ruggedization to the performance and the features packed into it. So if I were to leave you with kind of the three points for this product, what I'd say is this uses a brand new 5G modem with power class 1.5, which really unlocks a variety of applications, including some slicing capabilities that are coming out on carriers. The next is that this R980 is really designed for both mobility and ruggedized IoT applications. And then finally, we built in a couple little secrets under the hood here, that this is the very first Ericsson Cradlepoint router with eSIM baked onto the PCB. So it's eSIM ready for a couple different use cases.
Sweet. And now when you say ruggedized, does that just like really mean, because we go from the S400 series and now we're in the R series, the ruggedized series. What does that actually mean? Like it can be out in the dirt and the grease and the...
So the great question. So the S in S400 is semi-ruggedized. So it's a lighter temperature operating range, lighter shock and vibration, lower ingress protection. With the R series, it's a more stringent temperature range that we support. So it's a wider operating temperature range. This product supports IP64 ingress protection, which is dust proof as well as water splashing. And then finally, we also offer class 1 div 2 for hazardous locations on this product. So this is really designed for, kind of harsh environments, if that's shock and vibration or dust or dingy, those sorts of environments. Obviously, in the back of a, public safety vehicle where it's going to get splashed on or rained on, right? Boots put on it or other equipment. Or for IoT, ruggedized hazardous location IoT applications, it's going to be in an enclosure out in those remote environments, just to protect it from environmentals. But it's really designed for a long life.
Nice. And then the wind what do you call
turbines?
Those things? Yeah, the wind turbines. I can see that certainly in the back of a big rig bouncing around with a long haul, tops of mountains when it's cold, all that.
Absolutely. You nailed it on the head there. So critical remote monitoring or hazardous location like oil and gas or water, wastewater facilities. It's great for manufacturing with a small form factor. It works with Ericsson private networks, which is a great combination. And then also in mobile environments, if that's public safety or larger vehicles doing Wi-Fi bubbles or just doing critical communication to those vehicles. So here's just a couple standout specifications that we talked about. That IP64 and Class 1 Div 2 talks to the ruggedization. This product also continues on our edge compute capabilities with Docker container support, and NetCloud Manager does an industry-leading job of orchestrating the containers across an entire fleet. The new modem, I'll point out, is a release 16 with power class 1.5, again supporting this next generation of standalone network slicing from carriers. And then when you couple this router with some of the different subscription types, if it's a mobility subscription type, you can layer in all the security that we build in and mapping and cellular health and things like that. But it also supports a variety of our NetCloud Exchange services as well as NetCloud Exchange SASE models. The use cases that this product appeals to is, IoT, which is fixed location. It could be critical infrastructure. It could be video surveillance. In mobility applications, it could be public safety. It could be Wi-Fi in larger vehicles, right? So there wasn't just a single, golden key to unlock all those applications. So we really wanted to give the flexibility to the customer and whatever service, supports their architecture the best.
Got it. So I think we kind of went over these high-level specs in the last couple of slides. Anything specific you want to point out here?
No, I'm just excited let's jump in and do some unboxing.
Here we go. So Ericsson's new branding in all of our routers. When you open the box, we have our standard getting started quick start guides. Pulling that away, we have our R980 as well as the included GPIO cable. So looking at this beautiful product, has our Ericsson branding on it, our LED status bar here. On the back side, here's all our antenna ports, or at least some of them. So we have GPS in the middle, followed by our 4x4 for 5G connectivity. Jump into the front, we have Wi-Fi on the front. This is your 2, 4, and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi 6 with DFS support. We have 2 gigabit Ethernet ports that are both LAN WAN switchable, USB, as well as power and reset button here. On the side of the product, this is where 2 SIM cards are located. And then we also talked about the embedded eSIM, which is obviously inside the product. So users can select any 2 SIM slots. So 2 external or 1 external, 1 internal. And then we have our standard GPIO cable here for power and ignition sensing.
Pretty cool. Now, compared to the S400, is it just the ruggedized piece? Because it looked like there were a couple of more ports on this router. Is that right? Or did I misremember the 400?
No. So every one of our products is really designed from the ground up to be kind of purpose built. So this product has 5G connectivity, which means it's got 4 SMA leads, 4 SMA ports for the 5G connectivity. It also has a dedicated GPS or GNSS port, which is an active GNSS port, has 2 gigabit Ethernet ports. So it's really designed for kind of localized connectivity within a patrol vehicle or within a cabinet for critical monitoring or video surveillance or those sorts of use cases. So very purpose-built sorts of products.
Sweet. Oh, I love seeing this stuff. Just, like I mentioned on the S400 video, our customers really kind of get connected. That I guess for, what do they call that? Pun intended. Really connect with our routers as part of their just sort of appliance family. And I guess just because they work so great.
That's the whole point of our products, is just to work out of the box, and the embedded eSIM capability that we're starting to integrate makes that one step easier, right? No more touching the product before it gets deployed. So it really is evolutionary.
Sweet. Thanks again, Colin, for your time showing off the new R980 and, of course, previously the S400. If you enjoy this video and you'd like to learn more, of course, you can visit Cradlepoint.com. And oh, by the way, the new Cradlepoint site, the Ericsson Enterprise Wireless site, is now live with a bunch of new branding. So I hope you can check that out. If you like videos like this, we're going to be doing a lot more of these demos. Please hit that like, subscribe, and certainly share if you have a friend, an engineer, your neighbor who is out, public safety or dealing with wind turbines or any of those IoT solutions out there. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks again for your time, Colin. Always good to get you on camera. So for my new good pal, Colin, I'm Peter, and we're with Ericsson Enterprise. Thanks for watching.